I did not. But I do remember when this machine at a TPUG meeting at Leaside High School was first shown. Jim Butterfield, Brad Templeton had been experimenting with the COMAL machine. And as I see, the board is supposedly from Denmark. I think that's maybe where COMAL originated. I don't know. The funny thing in here is I don't, like the PET board, I don't see the little speaker thing. Maybe, I don't know. It's going to take some experimentation and investigation to figure out what this is and what's in there. There was another story I was going to tell, and now it has left me. It was not COMAL. It was not Jim. It was not about disciples. I am not sure. One other story recently. Oh, things are falling. Recently I know that Rudy of Rudy's Retro Intel had a PET that he was working on and turned it on and smelled funny things, and sure enough, capacitors were doing bad things. And I thought, oh, something else is going to be wrong, but nothing else was wrong. Nothing. And I'm just reaching back here. I'm looking at the fuse thing here. And I think normally it takes a screwdriver to get into it. Oh, maybe I feel a screwdriver thing. But unfortunately, I don't have a screwdriver handy. And I'm not really, at the moment, trying to look into things. Hello, Penny. How you doing? Penny. Hello. I'm not really looking to open things up and look at them now because I'm gathering. Anyway, this came from the basement, and I don't think it achieved its level of filth in my basement. I think it had been sitting in Jim's basement for some while, I believe. Hi, Penny. I hear you. But things happen. Machines sit around. Hello, Penny. How you doing? Do you want to come up and say hello? Penny, do you want to come here? Do you want to come here, Penny? Oh, Penny. Oh, Penny. Yes. Penny is not one who often likes. She likes to come around and talk. But she is not one. Some cats just sort of plow themselves down on you, and you can never be rid of them. As soon as you sit down, boom, there they are. This is not what Penny does. And Penny is being very, very patient with me. She would probably rather be down with me reaching down and petting her than doing this. But of course, Penny, there are people here. Actually, if there really were people here, Penny would flee. Penny does not do new people. She does not. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. There goes Penny. Penny, please don't knock anything down. Yeah, don't worry about that cord there. Let me move things out of the way for you. There she goes. Another thing about Penny is, like, I've got on here, like, all kinds of black sheets and things and stuff. And she doesn't get up here very often, but oh my word. The cat hair is something. I wonder. I will have to look at old TPUG magazines. I wonder if this is the pet that Jim Butterfield posed with his cat with. And certainly these logos would make it easier to tell if this was the one. I tend to doubt it. But you never know. It depended what he would have had in his workshop or his computer room at the time. Good question. Penny, don't bite the cables, please. Penny, don't bite the cables, please. Penny is looking at the keyboard of a SuperPET right now with some interest. Anyway, I intended to tell another story, but for the life of me, I cannot remember what it is at this time. So, I will bid you farewell. thank you for coming and looking at this machine. If anybody has any information on what is inside a COMAL machine, it would be greatly appreciated. Because I don't know. All I know is, oof, it seems to be metal. Whoa. The keyboard is broken. Why is this giving me a hard time? Oh, because it's jammed down in the box. I don't know at all which PET board this is. Maybe I should have looked. Is there anything right there? No, maybe not. See, some of the PET boards, they have the information down in here. It does not look like the universal board. It doesn't look like one that chirps, because I do not see the little speaker thing. So I wonder if this is some creation where it's really an earlier PET version before the chirp, or before the speaker that made the chirp hearable. Just a moment here. Put into this because COMAL wanted to, well, actually, well, I think this would be an 80 column thing. I don't know. Just a moment. Let me have a look here. Well, I don't see the printed thing. I don't. And you know, it's funny, the way I look at this board, it doesn't have legs. It has, right here, are these little clamps. And the clamps go on the side of the machine, and they go on to the edge where the the power transformers are. So that's how it's kept. I would imagine this board must have some leg something. The SuperPET board, of course, has legs that go into the screws that would be the regular screw holes and nuts and things and stuff for a PET. Oh, I am baffled. Baffled. And I don't think this will just come off. No, I think there is a way. No, they're very securely fastened. Anyway, there are, along the top here, many, it looks like ROM chips. There would have been EEPROMs that would have been burned. There's an empty socket. There are 7 of them. The 8th one is empty. Up here, I don't know, maybe it's RAM. I just don't know. But I do find it interesting that the monitor feed comes to this board and then leaves this board. This may be something that's much more integrated than the SuperPET, where it's a completely different, you know, they're really 2 machines in one. This may be a dedicated COMAL machine. And there's the keyboard thing. There's the power thing. I think this, I think I originally mentioned that this is probably from the monitor. No, this is power, like this is power going up to the board. Interesting indeed. Anyway, all right, enough for now. I will set this machine aside. The light is off. I will set this machine aside with the other machines, and I will continue to gather the various pets. And sooner than later, I hope that I have them all together. I can complete the family portrait, and then I can commence figuring out what is what. But this I suspect will be a challenge. I suspect. Anyway, once again, if you know anything about this, let me know. Let me know. Ow. Why is this being so difficult? There we go. And so we close. Hello. That keyboard thing is a pain. We close the lid of the COMAL, what I'm presuming is an 8032. Just one last thing. Let me look at the back. Ugh. See if there's anything extraordinary. Maybe this really is a strange creation. I do not see any serial number on here. I seem to remember at one point there was a fellow who came over from Denmark and might have stayed with Jim Butterfield for a little bit. Hi, Penny, how you doing? And I think his name might have been Jen Jensen. Maybe this is where this came. I don't know. Anyway, unfortunately, Jim is no longer with us. That's tragic. Tragic. Maybe, if he has any memory of this, Brad Templeton might remember some of the story behind this machine. And definitely, it's metal. Hi, Penny. I hear you. Yes, I do. Okay, so, once again, thank you for coming. If you have any information on a machine like this, let me know. Because it looks like an 8032. It's not. Exactly. All right. Okay, Penny, gotta go. We're gonna get Penny some food. So until we meet again, bye for now.